Hello, Tim is here. We're back to Repel the Rifts, and it's the turn of the Surveyor. So last time I said that I want to try to get the upgrade that allows refineries to attack and see maybe we can scale it to some ridiculous extent and go endless, assuming we win first. So let's give it a try. Surveyor, difficulty 5. Let's go. Nothing special regarding the terrain. So I guess let's go here. And I think I want to put a tremor in here. So tremor does 40 damage. It kills the first wave. It kills the second in 2 hits. And it kills the third wave. The problem is these 2 hits, will I be able to hit twice while they travel 3 tiles? I'm not entirely sure, but we can try. And I guess I can spend a little bit on getting refineries early. Since it is something I'm aiming to have in the end. Okay, we're alright. We will get a bit of damage. What? 1 hit? It's fine. Let's take this one and let's actually put another tremor in here. So it will cover 4 tiles. That's not that bad. Don't need any of that. But I do want a couple of crushers. Or maybe more than a couple of crushers actually. To deal with some tough enemies. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, tremor here will be able to cover both paths, and will have a very high fire rate. So 0.35 against 0.29 plus 30%. I definitely want that, so I'm looking it. Cannot really afford anything this wave, so can buy that and roll. I hope we can survive that. But I'm not certain. Okay, they don't do that much damage. So each one of them reaches my commander, but the damage is not significant. Okay, this allows me to place one refinery per day, but doesn't allow me to level them up to level 3. So level 2 refinery is basically equivalent to 3 refineries. And level 3 to 100. So it costs basically 600 altogether to put it to level 3. And so it's almost 9 regular refineries. Okay, I'm very bad at calculating right now. No, 45 times 2 is 90. That would be 6. So almost 7 refineries. It's actually better to level them up rather than to build more of them. So I can view this artifact as basically 100 a day. And I have 20 more days to go, so it will give me roughly 20 by 200, 20 by 100, 2000 ore. By leveling up this to level 3, I am gaining 10 ore per day. Yeah, I think it's hard to beat this economically. So I guess let's try it and let's see how it goes. I can buy this, I can buy this, I can buy economy items as well since they are stronger. And let's go. I'm scared. It's nice to build economy, but I also need not to die. And so far it is not guaranteed. Let me think. So the best thing I can have is to find the upgrade for Crusher that gives the area of effect attack. So that's the strongest thing I can do, but how likely it is? I am not that confident that my plan will work out. Actually, I'm quite confident that it will not. Yep. I want to retry it one more time rather than continue rotation, because looks like an interesting thing when it works. It's just I'm not certain how to arrive there yet. So I think my best best way to get there is to actually focus on crushers, with having maybe just a couple of tremors for support, like to deal, for example, with Knight 5 and Knight 3. Then go as hard as I can on building strong crushers, arriving to the point where the game is basically solved and my crushers carry me for everything, and then saving up on the refineries first, upgrade, and then just put in the refineries whenever I can with the ability. Again, this one. Yeah, I'd go for it. So I won't be buying many upgrades for Tremors because my carry will be the Crusher. So I need Crusher's damage, fire rate, percentage increase in damage, and maybe some economy upgrades now and then. This is nice. I need to be looking for specific upgrades, so whatever can increase the chances of me fighting this upgrade is very welcome. Okay, I think I won't survive this. Yep. I did not prepare for this wave at all, didn't even see it coming. Okay, we survived. Accidentally. Order. I first needed to put a crusher here to use the anomaly and then buy the upgrades. Yeah, I guess I'm not that sharp today. Feel a bit tired. Okay, one more try. This one just to deal with whoever arrives to the commander, because there is no way that next fork will pass by this cell, this tile. Thinking about brass lamp, because there are many artifacts that we don't really need. So being forced to take all three of them might be just a large pile of meh compared to 600 ore, which is very, very, very good for us. So it'll take the ore. We will deal with boxers, so we will need to keep tremor for the Devilkin, and we need to have as high damage as possible on our crushers. Okay, this wave will probably overwhelm us unless we find a way to deal with dense crowds. That was the worst choice. Yeah, I even forgot that it exists. I thought that one of them will be leveled up, which would be nice. Now, this wave. I don't think one tremor will solve it all. But also, I have no confidence that I can roll to the one upgrade that I need. So Tremor is a safer option. Okay, at this point I can even get the Quagmire. Boxers, let's see if we can do it. I doubt it, but not very strongly. Okay, it seems that we are surviving. Yeah, they are nice artifacts, so I wouldn't mind to grab all of them if I were to take the lamp previously, but I'm fine with just paperclip. But yeah, the game is far from being solved. we still are very vulnerable. And it is not obvious which wave will be the last one for us. I'm not going to sell refineries. I'm planning to use refineries if I ever survive that long as my main damage source. This one, finally. Okay, if we survive the next wave, I think we're alright. Surviving this wave can be a little bit tricky. No, we're not surviving this wave. Well... Well. We will return to this challenge later. Let's play a bit of Pathfinder. Last time I went with solo lancers and it was a terrible massacre. The final bosses weren't even able to reach like the third tower from the start of the path. They bullied them completely in the corner and it was a lot of fun. I still want to see how much can I do with blockades. That is a strange way to calculate closest, because she was shooting each one every time a new one that enters rather than the one that came closer. What if I place an Overwatch? Curious how much it will contribute. Skip. Wait, Overwatch used to cost 200, not 150 as far as I remember. I like Mitosis. As a first artifact, it has a lot of possibilities for us to gain a lot of free upgrades. right. That's a lot of damage for us. And we're dead. Today is not our day. Mechanic. Haven't won, I think, a single run with Mechanic since the beginning of early access. I completely forgot how to play, what to focus on. So I definitely was building 2 little towers with him. He like the towers are not that impossibly strong that you can just concentrate a few of them in the beginning of the path and they can take care of everything. So especially if we're talking about vanguards, we just need as many of them as possible. That would be better. Yes, it is less tiles in their reach, but it is longer path altogether. Since I am going to build just more towers in general, I need to have as long path as possible. Let's try to go without anything. Okay, this is potentially nice, but wait, no, it's damage over time, it's not just debuff, so my slow debuff doesn't count. So yeah, that can give a lot of money, not in my case. This is not that useful, but that is actually very useful. Every 10 attack at ours, next attack gains another 20 additional base damage, because I do have some fast shooting turrets, specifically Creo. So it makes Creo way stronger. Can put a couple of them here. Ooh, this is a nice terrain. This is a nice anomaly, but this is a very nice terrain. So I'll take that. I like this one. So that can be a source of income for us. And well, my Creos are very strong due to static accumulator, so I don't mind having a lot of them. Right, these are armored guys. I kind of forgot to get prepared for it. But I think we're doing alright. Yes. not a big fan of loaded dice because eventually it becomes useless if we increase the critical hit chance significantly, but with our current critical hit chance, it's not that bad. But neither is 350 or. Okay, was a bit spooky. Now there are some good spots for a tremor. Let's take it. And then let's place it. To place it somewhere where it can cover both tracks, like here, for example. Then maybe another one here. Okay, we're dead. Surely we cannot die with the researcher. Surely researcher is too strong to ever consider dying. think I will go with the coupon because I have ways to apply armor reduction debuff. So if it will start applying slow, it's good. Slows down the enemies, and if I will ever find the bullet chain, again it will be a huge source of damage. So seems like best thing for me to take here. Ball and chain. Here it is. Now I just need to make sure that all of my towers apply glued. And currently they do not. No, wait. Glued, but also armor reduction debuff. Yes. So I want them to have scanned. This is scanned, so this will be slowing down everybody, and ball and chain will be contributing. Wait, this is increases damage dealt on energy shield by 50%. So it is called Disrupted. So Disrupted effect doesn't have its name in the list of effects, which is a little teeny tiny bug. I'm looking for poisoned and I'm looking for scanned. This is neither. No, I'm looking for scanned. So this is glued and scanned, yes. So can I make you scanned? Now you scanned. Okay. All of the enemies pass through here, so we'll apply all of these effects on them. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm dead. That's how it goes. Well, I think that might be enough Repel of the Rifts for today. So I played almost a whole loop, right? Yeah, I started with the Surveyor, and so I played all 4 of them, and I played Surveyor several times, and that's a lot of losses for today. Well, you cannot win every time, can you? Wish you all guys a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.